What's going on, YouTube? What's up? Morning. It's Nacho. Another fun video today. We're episode 2 of our Catching Every Freshwater Fish in the U.S. series, and today's going to be largemouth bass. Now, I've picked probably the easiest fish for episode 2. One of the easiest fish. Panfish would definitely be easier, but I picked one of the easiest fish. What I will say, conditions here in Pennsylvania recently, in my home state, have been awful. It has been so dry. Even since the last video, we have not gotten any rain. The creeks are even lower. The river is even lower. It's getting tough to fish certain spots. Fishing in general, not been great recently, but and that's one of the reasons that we're selecting largemouth bass, because I know I can probably get one. All right, gas has been topped off, and we are headed out there. So, largemouth bass, cooler, warm water fish found across the country in freshwater lakes, ponds, even streams too. They prefer dense vegetation, underwater habitat, structure, down trees, sunken, tired, and anything underwater that provides structure. They're going to be found around there. Feeding wise, they eat pretty much everything. They range from insects to small fish. Larger bass will eat things like frogs, even small ducks. Really anything on the top, anything that swims down like below. They'll eat crayfish. They will bite almost anything you throw at them. Alright, just pulling up to, I'm gonna go all the way up to the front parking spot. Why not? I'm just pulling up to the lake now. It's pretty quiet, it looks very nice. I can't see anything on my fogged up mirrors, dude. Alright. Beautiful. Alright, I'm gonna hop out and take a quick video to show you, and then we're gonna get to fishing. This is what it looks like here. Yeah, looks pretty nice so far, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and get my stuff out. So I think I'm gonna start with the easiest combo known to man. Tiny Senko worm on just a medium-sized hook. Nothing even fancy remotely about it. I'm just gonna toss it like straight out there and see what happens. I also might absolutely toss a frog and work these lily pads over here too. Just had that thought. I do think that this section right in here sees a whole lot of action. Since I do see there's a bunch of stuff snagged in the weeds over there. There's a bobber and stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if over here he's a fair amount of fishing pressure. But I would be curious to work. The right side of this lake is all private property, but the left side is all public. I'm seeing that there's a lot of this late summer scum in the lake, this type of just mucusy, real snotty crap. There's a lot of it in there, but what can you do? Unfortunately, I will say as one thing right there that weedless hooks don't really help with. You're still gonna pick up that scum and all that nastiness. It's just completely unavoidable. Something actually grabbed it right here. Something grabbed it just a little ways off the bank here. He grabbed it again. I guarantee that's a little bass. Let's see here. See if I can get this guy to. He was right in here. He just bit it twice. Nope. It's weeds. I was just right back out in the same area. He's not really taking it like he really wants it. Let's watch now this line lays in the water too. So it's just crappy line. Love the Walmart combos, but it's never a bad idea to replace the line as soon as you are reasonably able to. Toss it back out there a little ways. Got one. Is he actually hooked? Got a good little hook on him? Alright. So there is our largemouth bass. I know. It's kind of funny, right? Because it doesn't seem very large at all, but here's our largemouth bass. Again, back in the water here, but whoa! Oh, he was doing a wheelie. All right, spot number 2. Got this little outcropping over here. Swimming down there a little ways. I mean, I'm worried about getting this too far out there. And supposedly this lake has tiger muskie in it, which I don't know. I believe it, I guess. Just wouldn't have been something I expected to hear. But I guess anything's possible. Yeah, I mean it's a decent sized lake. Oh yeah, good one. Much better. Much better. Much better fish. Getting clear of the gunk and stuff here, and look at that. Get this hook out of him real quick. It's another small one. But again, not a bad fish. Not a bad fish. And he's gonna be just fine. He's off into the deep there. That's perfect. Birdie in the weeds right in the bushes right there. Alright, let's just cast this guy out here. We got him, we're just gonna dive it, let it float back up. And dive it down a little bit. Ah, we already caught weeds. And unfortunately I didn't know. We're gonna be really careful if we don't want to catch any weeds. Unfortunately, I don't even know if it's possible.
possible to use this spinning right now without catching weeds. Dense vegetation. Lip might be a little too big. You know what the definition of insanity is? Me casting this a third time. Look, man, catching weeds on a top water is a special skill, but it is one that I have. Had a great day, honestly. I caught 3 fish, not too shabby, 2 bass, 2 largemouth, which is exactly what we were going for, and they were pretty small. But you're gonna see a lot larger bass on this channel in the future. Don't even worry about that.
That was a great fish. It was a beautiful morning. It was another beautiful day. I mean, I can't complain with the quality of days we've had recently, but we haven't had any rain. That's the thing. We need to get some rain. Need some rain. But no, I mean, we caught the bass. We caught 2 largemouth bass. We caught 2, which is even better than 1. They were both, you know, the second one was slightly larger than the first one, slightly larger. They were both actually pretty small. Largemouth obviously get way bigger than that. But hey, I'll take it. I was using the dink worm, so I didn't really expect to catch anything nutty. Thank you so much. Get out and fish. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.